Welcome back to V-Rule. It is Sunday, where we take a look at the markets that are slipping down, whether that's sealed product or single cards. Now, this is for you to decide what to do with the information that I'm finding, and this is not an entire picture of the entire space of the Pokemon TCG. However, these are trends, and that can be a good indicator of where you should be looking, whether it's sealed collection, thinking about opening up some packs, or adding it to your own sealed investment collection the way I do, or going into the singles market, adding to your binders and filling up those master sets, or just picking up a few cards that are on a good price right now, hedging your bets that they will be doing something better for you later. That's the purpose of today, so let's jump into it. Before we get into that, let's jump into this. It's a giveaway to reach 2,500 subscribers. I know that sounds like a tall order, but it has just been climbing up and up and up and up. And I'm really excited for that, and I think you are too, so go ahead and share this out with friends, family, whoever you can to help get to that subscribership, because so many of you have already made those comments where you need to. But to win a Galarian Articuno tin from Crown Zenith, that's going out to one lucky winner. Two 3-pack blisters from Stellar Crown. I just think we're going to be hitting that trend coming out right at Stellar Crown for that release. If we need to wait on me shipping it out to you, we can. I just think that's a set that'll be more fun to be handing out to people. So that's what I got my eyes on. And then a mystery Pokemon prize for a 4th winner. That's right, 4 total winners once we hit our goal of 2,500 subscribers. So leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video. You know how to do this. This is all the same stuff that you see all over the place. Specifically, I need you to go leave a comment at this video here. That one is going to be where I'm going to be drawing those winners from. That is the pool where we'll be going. So now let's see where our Sunday market is slipping. Hop over here to see our collection box, Annihilate EX box. All right, not a big fan of these. I went to it when I first got in the hobby and trying to get a little bit of everything, but once we were getting into this end of Sword and Shield and then early Scarlet and Violet, I really just shied away from the collection boxes. I'm into booster boxes, certain ETBs, handful of cards. Maybe I'll go with like a mini tin set for things to be keeping as sealed product. You can do what you want, however you want to go about it. But when you're seeing these things for going down to like 13 bucks a box, $14 a box, that's not that bad if you're looking to pick up a promo, some unique foil patterns of those artworks, and then I have a few packs, whether you want to keep it sealed, or in this case, I think it'd be a better bet to be opening it up if you're going to be ripping some packs. Virizion V box, rather. Don't know the packs in here. I think we are at a Sword and Shield, but these might have been repackaged. I'm not certain here. We were at 15 bucks not too long ago. These are supposed to retail for 20, and we're still just shy of that. That over 15, now we're coming just under 15, so it's not a big move, but these are pretty inexpensive to have some of that pack opening experience fun there. Giraffe, I don't know how I'm gonna say, it's gonna be butchered either way, so let's look at this here. Again, coming out just under MSRP there, about 18 bucks or whatever, not too long ago, and moving into this $15 range. That seems to be a common thread for these 4-pack little collection boxes, so something to keep an eye on. We have these premium tournament collection boxes. I never opened the Clara or the, was it Cypress or something? I did get a sealed case, so it's 2 of each of them, and then when I got around to wanting to open it, I decided I'm going to keep it sealed. So I have them, but I don't physically have like the promo in my hand kind of thing, so that's kind of a weird game you play when you're doing the investment. Like, I have it over there wrapped up in a box. It's not really here in my binder or whatever the case might be. So do with that what you will for your own collection. Just found that to be an interesting thing that had come across in my case. These are supposed to retail, what, $40 or something like that, and we're hitting around 30 bucks for this one. The Iona, we're doing a little bit better, coming close to that $40 market, just under 39. And again, yeah, 42 wasn't too long ago there, just 3 months ago. The Iona, very popular playable card, so I think that helps a lot. Twilight Masquerade, ETB, just a slight downward trend here, but this is a pretty solid set, and it's holding prices pretty well. I think Shrouded Fable will have a little bit of a back burner feel to Twilight Masquerade, but with Pokemon bringing up Stellar Crown, there's talk of a Dragon set, a new Evolution set, and then Rocket. I think we're going to see a lot of hype die down on something like this, and for whatever reason, it's holding on, especially with that Greninja. My gosh, I can't get over how ridiculous that price is. The card is not holding up. I'm sorry, it's not holding up for that price. It doesn't make sense. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. I can take it. It does not make sense. Evolving Skies booster box. Now, there was a lot of movement. Let's say movement, right? Movement in the $600 range. A lot of different ones, sales coming in and doing 36 loose packs and having a booster box quantity, but not a sealed booster box. So that helps bring the market price down. And I think that drove other people to bring their prices down just to make the sale and get out, because everybody saw that 700 happen, and then there was a bit of a freak out, like, oh no, I'm missing my opportunity, we got to bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. And it's been falling a little bit steadily ever since. We're kind of leveled out at like a 650 range here for a lot of them. 670 right there. What can we see on a new sealed? Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of these, aren't there? There's gonna be a lot of these going crazy. Yeah, let's jump down a few pages here. Already up 750. Okay, maybe page 3 is the way to go. 700 still for the sealed box. It's just a lot of these opened. That's a solid box there. I don't know. You got to look around, but I think we're in that $650, $700 range. Got to take a look at eBay for a better, clear picture on those sales there. Chilling Reighn coming down a bit. It was at a 230. Now we're down to a 210, 220. 210 was that low there. Okay, 220 there. 210 looks okay, except you got $15 shipping. So now you're at 225. Like, keep an eye on that stuff. Keep an eye, because you don't want to hurt yourself in that. Thinking it's coming down quite a bit, getting a good deal, and then you're kind of getting pushed over the edge price-wise when it comes to shipping. Everything's got to be considered. Taxes, shipping, all of that. You got to take it all into consideration. Lost Origin booster box coming down a bit. We were sitting around that 225, almost 230 we hit, and then it's gone down. We're sloping back up. Booster boxes don't fall greatly and for very long. So we're going to see this start climbing back up a little bit. I think it's just going to be a slower pace, a more realistic pace. That shot up to 230 was a little bit too hot, too quick, and too easy. So if you sold off, maybe it was a good time for you, but I'm not worried about my Lost Orange and booster boxes. They're going to be at 230 in no time, and they'll go beyond that. So I'm going to hold on to them even longer here. We're at 205 for the market price on that. The Ultra Premium Collection, the Charizard box there, we saw a skyrocket shot to the top. 165. Everybody thought they were going to miss out on this or something. It was printed into oblivion, people. It went nuts, and they were selling out for like 80 bucks a box, going ridiculous. And then we went up to double that, 160, 165. Ouch. I wouldn't want to be paying that price, but I think right now, because of the pack selection, because of the people looking at Sword and Shield and going, oh man, I missed the era when they came in Scarlet and Violet, coming back at 151, something like that, they're seeing those packs, and the pack selection is pretty good. That the 140 is not unreasonable. Great promos. You get a playmat. A lot of good stuff going on for this box. I'm happy I got it at MSRP or less when I made my purchases there, but that's the thing. When you're in it at the release time, that's the time to make those purchases, those investments. And it's hard sometimes because right now, Twilight Masquerade, maybe you're looking at these boxes going, was it really worth picking up? Should I save it for Stellar Crown? Whatever the case might be. And then you get to Stellar Crown, maybe that's not the set for you, and you look at Twilight Masquerade and go, oh, I should have picked that up, and now you're picking it up $10, $15 higher than you would have back then. So you gotta play it smart and think it through. So try to allocate your budget where you can go with each piece. I have a limit of how many booster boxes I will allow myself to get. I have a limit of how many ETBs I will allow myself to get, and other various products I have a limit of where I'll go. Single cards the same. I limit myself, and that's been the best thing I've done. Instead of trying to get every single product out there, open one, save one, that was just not tangible, not working for the channel. It was falling apart. And not good in my household, let's be honest. All right, it's a little bit rough to keep that going. The Celebrations Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box has actually been slipping down quite a bit here. We're at that $100 mark, even just close with shipping to be at that $100 mark. 107 there. Let's see what a year's time has done. We were at 120 about a year ago. Wow. I think it's just because the nostalgia has worn off for a lot of people, but it's going to be one of those things where people see opportunity to open it, where they didn't have the chance. Now they're in a reasonable price range. Obviously, it's not MSRP, but it's a reasonable price range to make that commitment, make that jump, and go ahead and open some packs. And you're going to see more opening, less printing, no printing in this case, and that creates a little bit more rarity, exclusivity, and then that price is going to drive up. It'll be a trickle upwards. I think I have 4 of these sealed that I wanted to hold on to. It was the set that brought me in, so I got very excited about that, I guess. that's what's real. 958, almost 960, just a few months back, and now we're sitting around 840. I wonder what's bringing that price down. Actually, let's dive in a little bit deeper here. 875 for near minutes. Just got pictures. All right. 850, 888. Awkward. 875, 875, 890, 900s, 800. Boom. Back to back. 900 then 800. Kind of weird. It's been a climb, but there's just been enough sales to pull it down that the market price is slipping on this one. Not too sure. I feel like there's just so many of these graded out there. There's so many in 10s even, PSA 10, that it's a pretty phenomenal price for a stellar card, but I can't enter the market at this price. I don't know. I got some ideas of how I might be able to acquire it. I might need to unload some stuff and then make a trade up to that. And I think that'd be a fun exercise for me because I'm not very good at getting rid of my collection in any capacity. So I think having a target this high would be a really fun practice for me to see where that could go. We have Rayquaza VMAX. Again, Evolving Skies, just the value is there on this set. A lot of great alt arts, evolutions, all of that going on. I don't know if this new evolution set's going to hold up as much, so we got to be careful there. 433, we were up for 540. Came down quite a bit, over $100, $120. Geritina V, same thing. The boom got us up at 480. Yikes! Now we're down to that 384. My goodness. Gengar VMAX, same kind of thing. This is right at the peak of that boom, I believe. If I do a 6 month, yep, right there. 409 down to, oh, could have hit it at 299. Did I see? Yeah, yikes, 299 from 409. I would hate to be the person buying it on the top of that bubble. Maybe on the long term it'll get back up there, and that's fine. And that's the thing. Time will tell. Hold on to it, watch it. In the end, it's kind of like stocks. They're going to go up and down, but trend upwards for the most part. And in trading card game, there is a plateau. There is, especially because it's so saturated, not oversaturated, but so saturated with really intense collectors, people who want to maintain the condition, hold on to it. This is not like that VMAX alt art ends up in a kid's deck and it gets played out. You're not. I would hope you're not just throwing that around like it's nothing, because it is such an expensive card. There's so much value there that you don't want to be using it in that way. But in a collector's market, it's only changing hands by collection, which is going to maintain the quality, maintain the price for much longer. But it will plateau. There's a plateau. Magikarp and Wailord had a hot shot to 110, falling way down. And I don't know if it's just lack of sales happening. 7.9, 7.24, 7.31. Yeah, not a lot of sales on this one. Putting it at 112.50 for the market price there. Sylveon VMAX. This is what I call the kind of in the second tier of the alt arts. It wasn't one of the biggest ones, but it was definitely a good one. So it rose like everything else, and now it's got a nice big fall down, a pretty substantial fall down to 200 from where it was at. Lugia V. This might be due to the Silver Tempest God Pack releases that were coming out all across the country in big box store. A couple of them, I think. Maybe it was just Walmart, but I don't know. Maybe there's a hit at Best Buy too. I don't remember. 227 was our high in the past 3 months. Now we're down to 165 on the market price. Okay. Yep. Just more coming to the market, more being shown, more available for sale. That's going to drive the price down. The supply is outweighing the demand. That'll bring the price down. That's how it works. Umbreon V, same kind of thing. We've just been slowly working our way back down to reality here at $150 market price on that. Galarian Moltres V, I still think even at this price it's somewhat underrated. It's so cool, and it was so different when it came out. This was just a wild, out of left field, different artwork, and it took a while. It took a really long while to get that price going up. We were sitting around 120, and then it worked its way up here. And even before that, I don't know, I think a year is all I can go back, but further before that, it wasn't even at the $100 mark for a while there. So I think there was a pretty down low. And again, we're on this down slope here, coming in at 144, and it may go down a little bit further. It might start creeping back up, but you can see this trend line here. You have a big wiggle in the market, and then you get a new trend line there. You'll get a wiggle in the market, and you get a new trend line. You know, that's typically how it works. It's time. Time is going to be... And here's a great example. We just released Shrouded Fable 2 days ago. My gosh, just 2 days ago. Shrouded Fable came out. This thing was sitting pretty at $200 for pre-release. Why? It's not a $200 card. Why do that? And here we are after 2 days. This is not a good sample size. This is not a good, realistic approach to how you should be pursuing picking up this particular card, Cassiopeia. But in 2 days, we've had a 21 0.56% decrease. We're at 156 there. The market price is showing 135. I don't know if we'll get there. I don't know if we'll get there on this one to be holding up for very long. You shouldn't even be looking at these things until like a week or two into the set release. With the rate of the ETBs not coming out towards the end of the month, I'd wait till after the release of the ETBs by a week, because that's going to put a big pool into the market. That's the only way to pull these cards. It's not a booster box set, so ETBs are going to be a better bet for opening. People are holding out, waiting. It's going to slow down the pace of the singles market when it comes to Shrouded Fable. So just keep your eye on that for a little bit. Charizard EX, a lot of whispers, a lot of talk. We're going to get a reprint, going to get a reprint, going to get a reprint. All right, let's unload before that reprint comes. So people are just under 100, and now it's creeping back up a bit. But it's kind of level. There's a bit of a down slope overall, but I mean from 104 down to 97, not that big of a down slope. What can you pull in near mint for? Japanese. Oh man, how far do I gotta go? A lot of light plays. Who's playing these cards in their deck? That's too many. That is too many. Yep, look at this price. Near mint. We're at 117. All right. So these light plays are bringing it down. That's another thing. Condition's going to bring down the market value across the board, but modern, you should be going near mint if you're adding these to your collection in some fashion here. And near mint doesn't mean perfect 10. Near mint means it's probably a 9 or a 10. So you got to keep an eye on that. I'd look for where you can buy it, get some pictures, and make a better decision about it. The Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. We had this little climb up. Now it's a little slope down. Maybe it's just another zigzag of coming up and down here. So still floating around the same kind of general area we've been seeing for a while there. And Pheasantipity. Just another example. Shrouded Fable, too early to tell. Don't mess with this. Don't fall into this. This is not a $90 card. I'm sorry, it's not. Personally, the artwork, I like that it's dark, and then the little pops of color. It's very interesting. It's different. It's very simplistic in its design. I don't think that has the longevity for the space and the quality of artwork we're seeing today in the Pokemon TCG. It seems a little bit like it's falling short. Let's take it just to this Mew. Simple. Very bold outlines, solid colors, very simple. This Bubble Mew, way beyond. Way beyond. Just for the fact that you have all these other little Pokemon in their very simple form, showing themselves to us. This very simple landscape, very simple sky, but all of that comes together that it becomes a more complex set of imagery in one space to make this one card a Mew EX. So you take simple colors, simple patterns, simple background of nothing, and I don't think it holds up. I don't think it's in the $82 range. That doesn't make sense to me. I think this is like a $40 card based on rarity, and that's about it. All right. As I feel for the other special illustration rares, minus the Cassiopeia, I think that will be the chase. It should be. It's got the best artwork. But we'll see what the market says in a couple weeks here as those are getting pulled more. The Mew EX from Paldean Fates. This one has an it factor to it. There's just enough more going on. Even with the concept of simplicity, simplicity is a good way to go in art, but even with that in mind, there's enough going on to make it valuable, although it is slipping down a little bit, because that's why we're highlighting it today here at $82. I'd love to see this thing get down to $70 and pick it up in a second for that. I think that'd be where I'd be feeling really comfortable, so maybe I can bundle some things and find a good eBay seller and get a handful of cards. That one included. Ranging Bolt EX, just a slowdown here, but this is the kind of graph I like to see. This shot up doesn't make sense, but this slowdown to let the market decide and be realistic, just very subtle movements up and down, and letting the playability of the card, the artwork of the card, the fact that this, I believe, is the chase from the set now. I think this is the top tier chase out of the set. That Raging Bolt EX from Temple of Forces. Pokemon did a good job with that set, but I just don't think it's got a lot of traction. The ETBs are like dirt cheap if you take a look at that. Twilight Masquerade, again, this set's holding up pretty well. Pairing here at $79, 76. What are we seeing? 77. Market value 77-ish dollars. You know, we have this little climb, a little slope down. Is this the level out? Is that what we're seeing here? Or are we going to be going down? Are we heading up? This kind of graph is not very informative, to be honest. You might be in a range of it's going to stay this price for a little while, so pick it up if you want, or wait and see, because I don't think there's any rush in either direction. Iono from Paldea Evolved. Paldea Evolved had kind of like this backwards approach. Came out, it's fine, Pikachu promo and ETB, yay. And then it kind of fell off. Nobody cared about it. Wasn't going to be doing anything. And then as a couple more sets came out, it was like, wait a second, there's a lot of good stuff. And boom, Magikarp took off. surpassed the Iona from Paldea Evolved, then more reprints of Iona in other variations, the Iono's Premium Collection. All of that has started to suppress the price, and even still, it's holding pretty strong. $68 for that card. That's pretty crazy. Iron Crown EX Temporal Force is another one. Another one out of Temporal Forces where it's just been an awkward set on its release into the market. We started at what I thought was reasonable at $55. It shot up, and then it's trying to find its place. So we're kind of on this whole downward trend of leveling out to where it needs to be. $63 on the market value there. Roaring Mood EX from Paradox Rift. This was pretty hot for one point here. Woo, we're over 100 on that. Yikes. And it's just been a down slope ever since. You stretch this out long enough, and you can see, for the most part, the excitement wears off. The new sets take over. It's hard to, so will we see that with the Greninja EX? I don't know. I think the promo coming out of Shrouded Fable is 10 times better, so maybe that's going to suppress the price a little bit. Blood Moon Ursaluna, just this slow down here. That's kind of like the Raging Bolt, just that better graph of making sense of it, that over time it's leveling off to where it's going to land here. $48, $49 if you take the change on that, pretty close there. Paldean Fates, by far the best artwork out of the set. The Garbodor EX, just on this downward trend, zigzag line, but downward trend, and here we're on a little up bubble. We'll see. It might come back down again. It might start creeping up. I don't know what happens from here on. That's not going to be something I can predict accurately, especially with a graph like this. Psh, we're already here, and then we're coming back down. Awkward. All right, so we haven't been out for a year on this set, so where were we at? It's just been a downward trend for the most part, but the zigzag isn't getting as dramatic here, so that gives you a little bit more information. Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. I know a lot of us don't have another $40 to throw at a card, especially one that's this easy to pull and all that stuff. I never pulled a Charizard from Obsidian Flames. I opened, 50 packs or something. Not that much. I didn't go crazy at it because buying in singles was going to be the better option. So I had my pack opening fun and I was done. But $40, it's like, okay, should I put it into that or get an ETB that I can keep sealed or, open some packs and get another promo, whatever it is. This is a good price. And I think time will tell. It's pretty abundantly available, but I think time will tell, and this will start going up. Are we going to see it as a $100 card? Not anytime soon, no. But I think it's going to get up to a $50 card in the next year, So that's a pretty good increase on a singular investment like that. And it's Charizard. You have a lot of play in that to hold on to it long term. That's going to do it for me today. So one last thing for you is just to go over and go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for your chance to win the Galarian Articuno tin from Crown Zenith, 2 of the 3-pack blisters to 2 winners from Stellar Crown, and then a Pokemon mystery prize. Again, make sure you comment at this video here. That's what we're talking about. Comment there. That's where I'm going to pull the winners. But thank you for stopping by. Peace.